Hi everyone, my name is Alisa Tilsner and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. In today's video we are going to be checking out the brand new Soft Pastels chalks from Stampin' Up. These are brand new and probably something that you may have overlooked. Let me just grab my catalogue, and they will be in the accessories section, and they are, I should have just here. So you'll probably overlook them in the catalogue, but they are $15.75. So it's a really cool new colouring medium that you can be playing with. So let's crack them open. There are 8 of them. So we have, I'll just read them off the back. We have got Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Poppy Parade, Gorgeous Grape, Mossy Meadow, Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, and Night of Navy. So, and they are nice rectangle chalks. So I'm just going to show you one way to use them today, and but there are very many different ways to be able to use these. So I'm just going to leave them set aside. I'll sit down now, and we're also going to be using the stamp set Better Places, and I knew that this is the stamp set that I wanted to try with this particular technique, which was this image here. I thought it would be perfect for it. So the Better Places stamp set is a rubber one, and it is also a host one. So you'll find that in the back of the catalogue, and you'll need to be placing either a party order or an individual order up to $250 so that you can grab the Better Places stamp set. So I'm going to be using my Stamper, I keep going to call it a Stamper Magic. It's not, it's called a Stamparatus. I'm going to be using mine today. So I've already loaded up my stamp in here, and I'm going to use Stays On for this particular technique, because you'll see at the end that I will need to come back. So I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to be using Stays On. And just make sure that that is nicely, oh, look what I've done. Typical. Let's flip her over. Okay, and make sure that's nicely up in the thing, and we'll get our first image. I've obviously got black on me somewhere. So there is our first image. Now I'm not too fussed if it's not completely black at the moment. So I am going to leave my stamp set in the Stamparatus, and I'm just going to set that aside for the moment, and don't take your stamp out of that until we're done. So get these out of the way. Here are our gorgeous colors. I might just see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see what's going on. So I am actually just going to pick up the chalks, and I am going to color straight onto my cardstock, and this is just the basic white cardstock as well. So I'm just going to put down my color. Goes down pretty easily. Okay, so that's with the Granny Apple Green, and then I'm going to come in with my Mossy Meadow, and just where there's a few of those lines, I'm just going to add a little bit, not a huge amount. And this is where the fun artist bit comes in, because all I'm going to do is rub it with my finger. So I'm just going to blend them together. And how easy is that? And you feel like a little bit of an artist, because we're not finger painting, but we're playing a little bit differently. So you can change the different intensity of your green. Like if you wanted a deeper green, you can just go in with a little bit more of your Mossy Meadow and sort of make it a little bit richer if you want. I'm just going to wipe my finger off a little bit. Okay, so next I'm going to grab the blue, which is the Night of Navy, and just going to scribble that on. I'm assuming that that's a river. So I'm just going to put that down, and again, just using my finger. blow off any extra. Super, super easy. Now this is the fun, another fun bit. So I'm going to do a little bit of a sunset in the sky. So I'm going to do my Poppy Parade down first. And then my Mango Melody. And then my Daffodil Delight. Okay, and I might just make that red a little bit, that sky a little bit redder. So I just can add up a little bit more. And then, again, just using your finger, you can blend those colours in together. So you can either go from, if you want more yellow, just start from the yellow and work your way down. If you wanted a little bit more orange, start from the red and work your way up. And then I'm just going in circular motions just to blend that in. And again, I just want this a little bit more intense down here, so I'm going to add a little bit more red. Poppy Parade, I should say. And just going to blow that off. Make sure it's a dry blow. And there we have it. But again, like I said, you can go in if you want your heels a little bit deeper in green. You just go and add in little patches, blend them in. You want your blue a little bit richer. It's just all play. Now, as you can see, I've gone over some of my areas, and this is where you want to keep your stamp in, because I'm actually going to come back and restamp that so that my image is nice and black. Just make sure. So I'll just pop that straight back in again, re-ink it. Restamp it, and then my image should be lovely and black again. Voila! So how cool is that? It's like it's not the type of medium that I would normally play with, because it's a little bit looser, but it gives a really good I think it's a real good manly type of card medium to be playing with for playing with like men cards. So I have done a card. I have finished that one off. So I stamped this one and made this one into a card. So you can see that my greens are a little bit richer in this one over here. So every time you do it, it's going to be different. Okay, so to finish this card off, I've just put it on a Whisper White base. I've used the Poppy Parade, the Daffodil Delight, and the Mango Melody. The Poppy Parade has been embossed with our new Bark 3D embossing folder, and I've just cut out a few extra leaves and pop them all together. Now this one I've actually done on shimmer, so I don't know whether you can see the shimmer on that. So it will work lovely on the shimmer and on the Whisper. Not Whisper White, it's basic white now, isn't it? So they work great on them. Now, another way that you can actually, you might be happy with the way that these guys look, but this was just playtime, so I actually grabbed my water painter and I went over them. Now, I'll just see if I can grab one. So, and I didn't think about over stamping a second time until I had already done it. So, but just by using your water painter, it just sort of wets them up and just sort of gives them a little, and then they do dry a little bit. So, oops, nearly painted that over another card. So there's a few different ways that you can use these. This is just one of them, or two of them. So there's two techniques in the one. So you can leave it as is, or you can water paint over the top of them. My finger is clean. They do give a tiny little bit, I'll just make sure I don't get my white dirty over here. They do leave a tiny little bit of residue, but you know, when you give a card, people aren't going to be touching it all the time anyway. I don't think they'll read it and they'll pop it on their mantle, and so there shouldn't be an issue with any chalks coming off. So I hope you've had a play. Like I said, this is just one way to use the pastel chalks. Do give them a chance. They are an inexpensive, fun thing to play with. Whoops. Must put the lid around the right way.